Human beings are the most dominant species to ever walk the Earth. We've built cities that can be seen from space, split the atom, mapped the human genome, and even set foot on the moon. But for all our achievements, our existence has never been guaranteed. In fact, there were moments in our past where the human race came terrifyingly close to disappearing forever. Today, we're going to explore the closest Homo sapiens have ever come to extinction. And then, we'll look forward to the scenarios that could wipe us out in the future. Around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens emerged in Africa. But survival was harsh. Ice ages swept across the planet. Predators hunted us. And we faced competition from other human species like Neanderthals and Denisovans. For most of human history, our global population was tiny, likely never exceeding a few million for tens of thousands of years. Evidence suggests our numbers fluctuated dramatically, sometimes collapsing during famines, droughts, and outbreaks of disease. Imagine a world where the total number of humans alive could fit inside a single modern-day sports stadium. That's how fragile our existence once was. About 74,000 years ago, the Toba supervolcano erupted in what is now Indonesia. It was one of the largest volcanic events in the last 2 million years. The eruption ejected thousands of cubic kilometers of ash and rock, enough to blanket much of South Asia. The aftermath may have triggered what scientists call a volcanic winter, lowering global temperatures by several degrees for years. Crops failed, ecosystems collapsed, and starvation followed. This event is linked to what genetic studies call a population bottleneck. At some point in our past, humanity's numbers may have fallen to just a few thousand breeding individuals. That's smaller than many endangered species today. If this happened after Toba, then every single human alive today could be descended from this tiny surviving group. Think about that for a moment. One eruption, one moment in geological time, nearly erased our entire species. If those few thousand survivors hadn't made it through, there would be no history, no art, no science, nothing. The Toba catastrophe is the most famous close call, but it wasn't the only one. Around 20,000 years ago, during the height of the last ice age, massive glaciers covered much of the planet. Sea levels were far lower than today, and resources were scarce. Small, scattered human tribes had to fight against the cold and hunger to survive. Disease has always been another looming threat. Even before modern plagues, early humans faced devastating outbreaks that could wipe out entire groups. When populations are small and scattered, a single pathogen could mean the difference between survival and extinction. And let's not forget that we weren't alone. Neanderthals, Denisovans, and possibly other hominins shared the planet with us. We competed with them for food and territory, sometimes interbred, and sometimes fought. In the end, they vanished, and we endured. But the outcome wasn't guaranteed. History could have been very different. Natural disasters also shaped our fate. Asteroid impacts, though not on the scale of the one that killed the dinosaurs, struck during human times. Regional droughts and famines pushed ancient civilizations to collapse. Each time, humanity was tested. Each time, we teetered on the edge. But somehow, we endured. Fast forward to today. We are more than 8 billion strong. It feels like nothing could threaten us now. But our global interconnectedness makes us fragile in new ways. The recent pandemic showed just how quickly a disease can spread across continents. Nuclear weapons give us the power to destroy civilization in hours. And climate change threatens the ecosystems we rely on for survival. We've built incredible safety nets, but also new vulnerabilities. Our future depends on whether we can manage the risks that we ourselves have created. So what about the future? How could humanity actually go extinct? There are several scenarios scientists and thinkers take seriously. Nuclear war remains one of the most obvious. Thousands of warheads exist today, and a large-scale exchange could trigger a nuclear winter, collapsing global agriculture and starving billions. Climate change is another. It may not directly cause extinction, but runaway warming, sea level rise, and ecosystem collapse could destabilize civilization enough to cause a massive population crash. Asteroid impacts are rare, but inevitable on long timescales. A large enough rock from space could cause global devastation, as it did for the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Supervolcanoes are another possibility. Just like Toba, future eruptions, perhaps even Yellowstone, could plunge the Earth into years of darkness and famine. Pandemics remain an ongoing danger. Whether natural or engineered, A sufficiently deadly and contagious pathogen could sweep through our species with terrifying speed. Artificial intelligence is a newer risk. A superintelligent AI not aligned with human goals could outcompete us for resources or simply decide we're unnecessary. Biotechnology presents another double-edged sword. The same tools that could cure disease could also be misused to create devastating bioweapons. Then there are cosmic threats. Gamma-ray bursts, supernovae, or massive solar flares could strike without warning, wiping out life or crippling our technological world. Finally, there are the unknowns. Runaway nanotechnology, physics experiments gone wrong, or scenarios we haven't even imagined yet. The point is, extinction is always possible. The same intelligence that allowed us to survive the past also gives us the tools to destroy ourselves. Our survival depends on whether we can use that intelligence wisely. Homo sapiens have walked the Earth for just 300,000 years, a blink in geological time. And already, we've come terrifyingly close to disappearing. Our past, it's all about bouncing back and surviving tough times. But our future? That's still a blank page. The big question is, will we be smart enough to keep it going? If you enjoyed this ride, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to us. Let's keep this story going together.